We just got back from Planet of the Apes, and we already did this review, so we're gonna try to make this one fast. Overall, I thought the movie was good. What'd you think? We want to get this review done fast because, like I said, we already did this review, and we want to get to this one fast. Overall, though, I thought it was great. What'd you think? If you had to give it a percentage out of 100, what would you do? You see, this is good. I forgot to do this. Remember, he's just a pointless action fan, as in he doesn't take time to appreciate film.
I'm probably going to say 85.
85?
Because it's not my best and it's not my worst.
I'd probably say 90. So, the plot, though, is basically James Franco's character, Will Rodman. He's a scientist, and he's trying to find the cure for Alzheimer's, and he tries to experiment on these apes, okay? So, something happens, and the experiment's shut down, and all the apes are having to be put down, and he saves one of them, and he names it Caesar, and he basically raises it, and stuff happens. Stuff gets real. A lot.
Stuff gets crazy.
So, that's the plot. We don't want to give anything away. By the way, no spoilers, don't worry, until the end. But, okay, that's all we want to say about the plot. Or, is there anything you want to say about the plot overall? I thought that the plot, actually, it's predictable, you know, but not totally predictable. As in, you know how it's going to end, but you don't know what's going to happen in the middle. You know what I'm saying?
So you know how it's going to go, you just don't know how it's going to go.
You know what's going to happen, but you don't know how it's going to play out. You know? Anyway, yeah, I thought the plot was really good. You know what's going to happen, but all the details in there really just made it great. And there were some scenes that I was like, oh my god, and some scenes I cried a little bit. I teared up.
What is oh my god supposed to, like, that's like
as
good or
in
bad?
I was shocked.
Okay, good.
You know, in parts that made me tear up and stuff, and parts that made me so happy, and things like that. But overall, the plot's great. Don't expect anything less than perfect. But, wait, what did I say? Did that make sense? Anything
No.
else? Don't expect...
Don't expect anything less than perfect.
Expect perfect. Don't expect perfect. The movie's not perfect. It's good. It's great. It's outstanding. Let's talk about the acting now. We're going to go through the human characters and the ape characters. So very quickly, James Franco! If you guys know me, I'm a huge James Franco fan. As in, he's probably one of my favorite actors. If not one, then he is. Because I loved 127 Hours. Like, loved it.
I haven't seen...
I loved 127 Hours and stuff, and this movie would be good for James Franco as an actor. Because he needs another... James Franco needs this movie for his winning streak. Because he had Milk, and then he had 127 Hours, and if this movie... If this movie does great with the Academy, he could get another nomination, maybe. Because, you know, usually if this movie does get nominated for Best Picture, he might get a nomination. Because that's usually how this stuff plays out. So I really hope it does, because he needs it as an actor. And he's been going on somewhat of a winning streak lately. And if it dies down, like, you know, he could be the next Tom Hanks. That's what I'm getting to. And if it dies out, then that all went to hell. 127 Hours,
or
like, you
Harrison Ford.
No! Harrison Ford didn't have a winning streak.
But he was in so many...
Yeah, James Franco did great, I thought. I really believed he was in the movie sometimes, but he didn't do the best. You know, James Franco is just such a great actor, though. To me, I think he's a great actor. And I've been following him since, like, you know, Freaks and Geeks, so that shows how much of a fan. I think that he's a good actor. I think he did great, and I hope he gets a nomination, but he might not. And if he doesn't, then whatever, you know. Next, the other human actors. That was the huge actor. The other human actors, Rita Pinto, John Lithgow, Brian Cox, David Oyelowo. They all did fine, but the big guy I want to talk about is Tom Felton. Tom Felton did great, I thought. And he is he's grown out of being a child actor, and now he's actually becoming something. He's making something of himself. And I'm really happy because he deserves it, because he's a fantastic actor. So yeah.
Fantastic.
Now let's talk about the apes. All of them in general were fine, But the only ape everyone's going to be talking about is Caesar. Andy Serkis. Serkis? Is it Serkis? And the dude from Lord of the Rings. He was amazing.
Yeah. Schmeagol.
Utterly fantastic. I can't even put into words what I thought of his acting. And I will be pissed if he doesn't get a nomination at the Oscars for 2012. Because he deserves it. Because he did amazing.
Yeah.
And I know it wasn't even him. It wasn't really Andy Serkis in general. It was the visual effects who did the faces and stuff, you know.
Yeah.
But I don't know, something.
He was,
Whoever did Caesar deserves a lot of praise. The actor should be nominated for Best Actor, or the effects team should win the Oscar for effects.
Yeah, probably
because
will be them.
they're definitely gonna win the effects.
Yeah, because most
obviously.
of it was that.
And he was just incredible. Anyway, that's all the acting I want to talk about. Anybody you want to talk about in particular? So the effects. I thought the effects were great. I didn't see it in 3D, which that's the next thing I want to talk about. We didn't see it in 3D because of the damn ticket prices, but I felt like it would have been great in 3D. So I don't know. It's up to you guys. Go see it in 3D and tell me what you thought of it, or you can go see it in 2D. I guess it doesn't matter, but I wish I could have seen it in 3D because it looked like it would have been fantastic in 3D. Or IMAX 3D is probably the only 3D I would have seen it in.
Yeah.
So I guess we weren't going to see it in 3D
awesome
regardless.
IMAX 3D.
You haven't seen it in IMAX 3D. So
I'm saying, like, anything's awesome.
but the
in IMAX
effects,
3D.
I am positive they're going to win the Oscar. And if they don't win, and they don't get nominated, then I'm going to drive a fucking nail through my head to get through that award ceremony.
I'll do it.
Yeah, that's basically all I want to say about that. But the big thing, the last thing I really want to get into are the apes.
That's how you...
The apes, they went from makeup to CGI, and I think in the long run it really helped him out, but it took a while getting used to. I don't know, I thought that the monkey, like Caesar in the beginning, was kind of sketchy, I thought. It looked way too animated, and it looked like it was an animated movie at first. But I think that it worked out better for them in the long run, you know. If they were to do makeup, oh my god, that would have been bad.
Yeah.
They did so good, you know, and it even looked like apes at the end. It looked just like apes, you know, so...
And you're just totally sure it isn't.
Yeah, you think it's real, though. And I think I already talked about the Oscars, but I felt like this movie does not need a sequel. This movie doesn't need a sequel. This would be good serving as the prequel for the other series. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I kind of like
I
to
don't
see
want
it.
to see...
I don't know. I'd just be curious what it would be like.
This movie doesn't need a sequel. I don't think so. He would love to see a sequel. Like, you know, I wouldn't mind seeing...
It doesn't need one.
As in, I trust this actor now. As in, if they make a sequel, I'm guessing it's going to be good because this actor, or this director... I think I said actor earlier.
Who is the director?
Rupert Wyatt did unbelievable directing this, and I think I trust him enough to make another one. Or maybe this was just a one-time thing and he did horrible, or he's going to do horrible. If this movie gets a sequel, then that's going to be the end of its Oscar fame. You know, that's going to be that. But, whatever. Anyway, that's all we really want to say before we talk about spoilers, so let's get this out of the way. If you haven't seen it, get out of here. If you have seen it, we can stay and talk and have a conversation.
You better leave.
Basically, everyone's talking about this, I'm guessing. Maybe not. Maybe I'm the only one talking about this. The scenes that they were trying to make you cry, or that they were, or that they were just deaths in general. I was emotionally attached. Were you emotionally attached to this movie?
Well,
did you feel sad for the characters? I was.
He did.
I was very emotionally attached to this movie, and at least I would tear up and stuff. I didn't cry like in Harry Potter or Toy Story 3, but I would tear up and stuff. So, the scenes I want to talk about are when the pilot is yelling at the James Franco's dad. I was like, he doesn't know
I
what he's
actually
doing.
wasn't sad on that part.
Really, was near. I was like doing this when Caesar attacks the pilot, and the pilot hits him with the garbage can top, and Caesar bites his finger off. I was so happy.
Bite the finger
Which,
off.
by the way, total Lord of the Rings reference.
Oh yeah.
He bites his finger off. I was like, oh my god, that was great. He bites off his finger. But yeah, and then when Caesar hugs James Franco's dad afterwards, I was about to cry.
He was like,
and he was looking around with his eyes, and he was sad.
Yeah.
And everyone hated him. Everyone was like, "You're a fucking monster."
While we're talking about Caesar's eyes, that was cool in that one part where like he was like just like
checking their eyes,
like death staring Tom Felton.
We'll talk about that.
It was
anyway. That scene was good. The scene where Caesar attacks the pilot, and then I felt sorry for Caesar when he's in that big room full of the animals, and then he sees James Franco, and he's slamming his fist against the glass, and he puts his face up against the window, and James... I was really hoping James Franco would put his head up too, but he didn't.
That was sad.
That was sad. I was like, no, James Franco, you asshole. Man, you cut your arm off, but you won't give this monkey some love. Monkey love. Oh, and that was another scene I want to talk about. When Caesar's in the woods, and he's finding out about his mom and stuff.
Which part?
When he's in the woods and he finds out about his mom.
Dog
and the scene where Caesar, he does sign language to James Franco, and James Franco's like, "You're not my pet, you're my best friend." That's great.
And when he did...
He's like, who's... And he says, "I'm your dad."
Who is Caesar?
Yeah, that was great, because, he's like, he's a teenager, so he's questioning his existence.
Yeah.
He's just being a teenager, that's what I thought. But that was a great scene too. But his favorite scene, and one of my favorite scenes, definitely when Tom Felton fights Caesar.
Oh,
that was amazing because everyone's hiding.
It was like,
and it was like, you know how when Caesar was fighting the monkey that I'm trying to think, the monkey that beat him up in the beginning. When they're fighting, you know when they were fighting and everyone was circling around them.
Yeah.
It was the same thing. So I loved it. Like I loved it when Tom Felton says, "Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape." I died laughing. No one else did anything. I was like, "You don't get it?" That was great. And by the way, Tom Felton's character's name is Dodge Landon. In Planet of the Apes, the two astronauts' names are Dodge and Landon.
Oh wow, really?
That's why when he says, "Get your hands off me, you damn dirty ape," it's because he's Dodge Landon and the astronauts are Dodge and Landon. Get it?
Wow.
That was great.
That's kind of corny.
It's not corny. It was just, no one knows about it. If they were to say it, then it'd be corny. But no one knew. They never said his name in the movie.
Yeah, they didn't.
So
I think they actually said it once.
Anyway, but then when Caesar yells no, everybody simultaneously shit their pants. I think I can speak for everybody when I say that.
Speaking of that,
that was great. And then when he kills Tom Felton, I thought that was amazing because he picks up the taser.
I'm gonna
and then Caesar hits him up with some water, gives him an electric enema. That was great. Oh, and when Caesar grabs Tom Felton's friend and slams him against the bar and steals his knife. I love that.
Yeah, that was funny.
Anyway, I guess the last real scene I want to talk about when it comes to that stuff is when Buck dies and kills himself for Caesar. Because, Buck was like that ape that everyone was scared. I wasn't sad, but, he was scared. Everyone was scared of him, everyone hated him. And now he saves Caesar's life for being that one guy who cared for him.
Yeah.
And he jumped. That was incredible when he jumps off the bridge and takes down the helicopter.
He's like, "I'm gonna kill you."
And then I love when Koba goes up and pushes the helicopter off the bridge. That was great.
He was like,
and the whole entire bridge in general, those 20 minutes they spent on the bridge, 10 minutes.
I think it was more than that.
It was no, it felt more than that. It was not more than that. The whole entire San Francisco bridge in general was, God, that was fantastic.
I love the part where they had one going just straight, and they had one going under, and then they had one going that was a really good
It was a strategy.
That was awesome when they just randomly, boom, I'm gonna kill you, and then they went up at them, and then the front people came.
When you have the dude on the horse with the stick fighting.
Yeah, it was cool.
And he picks him up and flips him over, and it's great.
It was just
and when they push the bus up, and
That was awesome.
Caesar's on the horse. That was great.
Really, that whole part was awesome.
The whole entire scene in general was amazing. And then at the end, probably my favorite scene, when James Franco's trying to get Caesar to go home. You know, I guess obviously they can't go home because the world's taken over by apes. But, you know, James Franco's like, I guess he was thinking, the character was thinking, there's no way this is happening. We're just going to go home and everything will be normal. He was probably going through that, like, traumatized. And then Caesar says that he's home. That was embarrassing. When Caesar says that he's home, that was over the edge. I teared up. Oh, I was like, his mom laughed. I was like, why are you laughing?
Yeah, I was like...
Everyone looked at her. They're like, why are you laughing? This is sad.
I think it was just because, like, she was just...
James Franco's reaction.
Yeah.
That was...
Because he was like, what the...
Not really. It was like... I love when Caesar talks at the end. He says Caesar's home. Caesar, yeah. That was fantastic. So, spoiler-wise... Anything we really want to
spoiler.
That wasn't all of the spoilers. That was just the plot. Anything you'll say spoiler-wise?
What I was saying.
The shot of when they're on the trolley.
They were like...
When I saw that in the trailer, and I was like, this movie's going to be pretty damn good. Because you have Caesar and the orangutan and the gorilla, which, by the way, I forgot to mention this. See, good thing I remembered. When the orangutan and the gorilla... When they take on those squad cars, were great.
That was cool. They were like...
They were the only huge gorilla-ish apes. Obviously, they're more apes. But you know what I mean. They were the biggest ones. Like, he was the only orangutan. He was the only silverback gorilla. So they took on the squad cars and took him down. That was amazing.
They were like... That one ape was like...
Yeah. And the spears, that part was good when they attacked the research facility and stuff.
That was funny.
I don't know. Overall, very, very good movie. 85%, 90. I loved this movie. It was way better than I thought it'd be. No, it was... I knew it was going to be good. You know, I was expecting it to be good. And it was pretty good. Good movie. I liked it.
What of that?
Go ahead in the comments, guys. Tell me what you thought of it. Tell me about anything concerning this movie, actors, whatever. Tell me anything, really, concerning anything having to do with Planet of the Apes. Just whatever, you know, and subscribe for some more reviews and news on all the newest media-related things. And, I guess until next... Why do you always ruin my outro? All the time!
Literally.
So until next time, that's all you need to... So, guys, until next time, that's all you need to know. Until next time, guys, that's all you need to know. That's it, I'm done.
That's all you need to know about Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
No.
You know, but you don't know.
Kind of like, for example, I guess...
We're just going through this.
In Final Destination, it's, you know they're all going to die, but you don't know how they're all going to die.
Yeah.
That's
or like,
analogy.
In an awkward meeting, you don't know how it's going to go, but you...
You know it's going to go good, but you don't know how it's going to... Whatever.
Or like, on a date, or something.
That's with you. All my dates are good.
But you never know.
Because she liked my penis.
Joe.
Penis. Anyway.
The penis, man. Okay, cut that out.
A man's penis. No,
yeah, cut that out.
Actually,
sunburn.
Irrelevant much. The hell was that? And movie.
Okay, well anyway.
That's a sentence. Shut up. James Franco. Whoa. He did that. Yeah. You're not even gonna acknowledge I did that. Huh? Tom Felton, he did great. There's nothing much to him. Dude, what the hell? Especially when he's wearing the jeans. That was so damn cool.
Oh, yeah. And
he was like sagging. But,
just saying.
Yeah, it is real, I'm pretty sure. It's my neck. You can see what I was doing. I was doing the Stewie Griffin. That's Stewie Griffin. So, give the monkeys some love. Caesar says that he's home. Voice crack.
Wow.
Because they were the only apes at the time, you know. Wow. Apes or something
I don't
like
want to
that.
sound gay.
You already do. So until next time, that is all you. Until next time, that's all you need to know about.
I don't
Until
know what to
next
do.
time.
That's all you need to know about Rise of the Planet of the Apes.
Well said.